This woman is a side piece. She is not marriage material.
Am I marriage material?
Yes. Of course you are.
Stop the cap. Stop the cap right now. Stop the cap.
Folks, I think we can all agree. When looking at the couch in Karen's apartment, you got Karen, Andy, Danny, Sabrina. Not a single soul could be considered marriage material. Now, it's kind of funny, though, because for Gary to say she's not marriage material, yet you literally proposed to her at least, 2 or 3 different times, and then you tried to marry her immediately during season 3, all of a sudden now she isn't marriage material. Okay, all right. But in terms of the character, it just goes back to a couple episodes ago when Andy, right after D.A. Burke gave Sabrina and Maurice the good news about their freedom, the charges have been dropped. And then, they talk about how they're going out to celebrate, with Jordan and the guys. And it's like, wow, I just can't believe it. We met 3 really great guys. Could something like that happen? Well, we're, 3 amazing women. And then Maurice, chimed in. Yeah. And I'm like, you know what, Maurice, I'm not really a big fan of your character like I used to be in season 1, but dang it, when I agree with you, I'll let you know. And I agreed wholeheartedly that these women are anything but amazing in terms of their demeanor. Because there are plenty of women who are beautiful, but their personality, their demeanor make them completely unattractive. I know this sounds like a weird comparison, but growing up watching Disney Channel, what's her name? Ashley Tisdale. She played Sharpay in the High School Musical series, but I believe, what was her name on The Sweet Life of Zach and Cody? I know she worked at like the snack bar in the hotel lobby. She was very studious. I know London Tipton was the rich dumb chick. Maddie. And like, it's the same person playing the 2 roles. Now Sharpay was like, the bougie theater girl in the High School Musical series. Everybody loved her and stuff like that. She was fine. But if I had to pick one or the other, I would have picked Maddie. Like, she was the one I liked because she was kind and understanding. She was smart. And while she dressed down considerably compared to a Sharpay, she was the girl I would have went for, if I had the choice. And I feel like the same when I look at these women, because they're all messy as hell, and none of them are marriage material. You got Andy, who is super materialistic. Not to mention, it seems like any man, not Gary, she just uses for the time being until she's ready to get back with Gary, whether because he buys her something extravagant, he like acts super jealous and that turns her on. It's like there is no foundation for them to have a marriage, especially when their entire relationship started off as an affair, And when it comes down to Danny, she's for the streets. I will admit, like, she's for the streets and she knows it, yet she's extremely fickle as hell. And she did turn down Preston's proposal, which again, kudos to her for recognizing how hasty and random it was for him to do that. But also, Preston, you literally dodged a huge bullet there. So I'm not going to sit up here and act like Danny has ever admitted to being marriage material. Sabrina is just way too naive and eager to please and just a follower. And it just seems like she doesn't even know what the heck she wants. So she ain't no marriage material. Not to mention she's a user too. And when it comes to Karen, just like Andy with Gary, any man that isn't Zach, she doesn't want to be attached to. And, we saw how their dynamic was in their relationship. I don't think if they got married, it would last long at all. I honestly do not, because she's just way too quick to talk down to somebody and tear them down emotionally and verbally and stuff and wants to be in control. None of these women are marriage material. I remember back then, hey, Jeremy, which one of the sisters, y'all got on me? You like Jasmine, her crazy ass and stuff like that. You go for her? Compared to the sisters, every time. You could, hey, Jasmine over any of the sisters. And while I love Fatima, I feel like I would end up missing, because Fatima, when she gets mad, and her cousin's madam, and let's say you two get into a fight over something, just an argument, and she talks smack about me to her cousin, I'm dead. At least with Jasmine, it's like, well, you know what? I know what I'm getting into. Fatima, there is no comprehending the depths of oh gosh. There's no telling what she could do to me. Jasmine every time. Okay, I know she's in jail. I'll put money on her books, but none of these women are marriage material. And the thing is, the fact that Andy was hurt by that, knowing damn, oh, I'm sorry, she's the prize. Even though she claims I'm not a prize to be won, I'm no trophy. Yet you love to play games, play hard to get, have these men chase you. Heifer, you ain't worth it. So to act offended and distraught, I'm not marriage material. The hell you are. You are not marriage material. You aren't. Now, I'm not saying people are not capable of changing, but when you look at these women, it just seems very clear that none of them have the desire to change for the better. If you look at episode 1 to where we are now in the show, none of these women have ever taken a moment to look at themselves. Like Michael Jackson, well, in this case, the woman in the mirror, they do not want to change anything about themselves. It's always the men in their lives that they demand changes from. And if they can't measure up, these women will go sleep around with, Joe Smo or Tyrone or Ike or whoever. But if that man decides, you know what, I might not be perfect, but I know I need to be treated better than how Andy's treating me or how Danny or Karen's treating me, and they decide to just go out and work on themselves or to date someone else, then the women get pissed off at that. It's like, how dare you leave my side when I discarded you to go sleep with some other guy, and then you decide to meet up with someone else and all of a sudden you're doing better. I can't have that. It's just, these heifers ain't marriage material at all. They really aren't. Just no. So Andy, you can sit there and cry all you want to, but you know damn well what you were getting into. You lose them how you get them. And like I said last week, and people like what I said, there's a clear difference between karma and stupidity. Like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video.